Steph Curry was trapped with 40 seconds left in Game 4 against the Sacramento Kings. So he had nowhere to go, no one to throw the ball to. And then he realized no other options, so instead of turning the ball over, he called a timeout. The only problem, the Warriors had no more timeouts. Here's Steve Kerr taking the blame.
100% my fault. I knew we didn't have any timeouts left. We took the challenge, and when the challenge was unsuccessful, as we were exiting the huddle, that's on me. I've got to remind the guys we're out of timeouts. I didn't say that, and so Steph wasn't aware. So that's on me for not making that clear.
Okay. That's Steve Kerr falling on Steph's sword there. Now, you do have a coach. Their assistant coaches have a variety of jobs. And there's the timeout guy. He's known as the timeout guy, or that's part of his job description, to let you know in situations. We have a foul to give. Hey, they didn't reset the shot clock. We have 7 seconds. But you have a person who is there to tell you all of those details. How many timeouts do we have left? And to me, that's on Steph Curry, okay? You're a veteran. You should be asking this. Look up the scoreboard. I'm guessing it'll tell you how many timeouts you have left. But it's funny now because they won. Like, Steph can laugh about it, and here he is after the game.
I knew we challenged, but I didn't realize when we lost the challenge that we didn't have any timeouts left. I know Coach mentioned he took the blame for it. As I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was the smartest play in the world. When I got the ball, turned around, saw a trap, realized there was no real outlets. Instead of turning it over, it's kind of the heady play, but it turned out not to be. I looked over at the bench and everybody was shaking their head.
Funny now. Imagine if you lost the game. Not as funny, and you could have easily lost that game. Sacramento went toe-to-toe. I mean, they took the best that the Golden State Warriors had to offer. Now, I did wonder this. Draymond Green came off the bench, and he was fine with this. And I was just curious, did Golden State, was that their way of maybe disciplining Draymond Green? As a team, I know he got suspended by the league, but did they do something? Was there a reason why they did that? Or is it just coincidental that you're going to have him come off the bench and not start? Here's Draymond Green after the game.
11 years in, you start to feel a sense of entitlement. Like that spot's yours and starting is yours. And I never want to reach that point in my career where I feel entitled to something. Those guys don't fare well in the end. So I wanted to do what I thought was best for this team, and it was good for us.
Now, does he say to Steve Kerr, I want to come off the bench? Does Steve Kerr say, I want you to come off the bench? He didn't come off the bench too often, I don't think. Does he, Paulie?
2014, Dan.
Okay, that would be a while ago. But and that's when he was playing really well. But I was just curious, and I don't know if anybody followed up and said anything. Was there any disciplinary action that you're not going to let him start? You're going to have him come off the bench? I don't know strategically how that was going to help, but it did enter my mind as I'm watching the game. Yes, Pauline?
I heard a couple people reference it as the plan for tonight's game. Steve Kerr was asked, Draymond Green, he goes, yeah, we had a talk, and that was the plan. And Draymond said the word, the plan as well. They won't use the word discipline.
Okay. And I don't want to read too much into it or give a false headline out there. I'm just curious if maybe Golden State said, hey, you're not starting, you're coming off the bench. Everybody wants to start. I don't know if Draymond Green really factored in, or maybe it was just strategy-wise. Yes, Todd.
It's hard to believe any scenario where Draymond Green, with his ego, would voluntarily say, you know what, why don't you guys play a few minutes without me, and then I'll work my way into the playoff game.
I don't know how many people volunteer. Like, why would you volunteer to come off the bench? Why not just have him come off the bench all the time? If there's a strategy, a great strategy, a bigger game plan, I'd be curious about it. But that was the first thing I thought when I tuned in and he wasn't in the starting lineup. And I thought, okay, maybe Steve Kerr's saying to Draymond, I'm in control. I'm the captain.